Hi guys, so I want to cover really quickly some of the different things that have helped me to be able to have an active challenge group, get challengers to participate. The first thing I'll cover though is that remember the law of 80-20. You know, you're not there at their home making them work out, and you're also not able to make somebody post in the challenge group. You know, and so there are people who are going to get a challenge pack and they're going to be ready, and then life happens and it's just not going to continue for them, and you cannot beat yourself up because it is still their responsibility to get their workout in. It's not yours. It is also possible that they are not posting, but they're still doing their workouts. I've had a few people who have never posted it in the whole entire 30 days, but at the end shot me a message and said, hey, I know I wasn't active in the group, but it was really helpful. I you know, had moments where I wasn't sure, and what you posted was helpful for me. And so I even have one person who's never participated in a challenge group ever before, and they wrote me and said, hey, it's been a year and I've been following your stuff and I've lost 100 pounds. And so, you know, you need to make sure that you don't count anybody out if they're not posting. You know, it could be that they're just not used to being in a challenge group. I mean, it might be the very first Facebook group that they have ever been in. And that leads me to number one, is that you need to make sure you keep the personal touch of the challenge group. You don't just throw them into the challenge group and expect the challengers and the coaches in there to take care of them. They put their trust in you. They trusted you with the vulnerable part of their life. And so whether or not they're posting or not, make sure you're sending private messages. And not like, hey, I'm checking in to see if you did your workout, but hey, I'm thinking about you and you're on my mind, and I just wanted to see if there's anything I can help with. You know, do you need a virtual high five? You know, how are the kids doing? You know, is there something that you're struggling with that I might be able to provide a thought for? You know, just make sure that you keep the relationship there, regardless of whether or not they're posting in the group. And then the second thing is to make sure that when they are posting, that you're celebrating with them. Put aside your ego. I mean, we are living a lifestyle where we're working out, we're sending out invites, we're living, eating, breathing, sleeping challenge groups and fitness. But being a part of a challenge group, like I said, it could be really weird for somebody, and it could be daunting for them. And doing a program could be daunting. I mean, we've now gotten used to pushing play. It's just natural, but you know, that might not be something that's the norm for somebody. And so when they're posting and they're saying that they, you know, worked out today, or they did a workout for a whole entire week, celebrate that with them. You know, we had somebody who posted that they did a plank on their toes this morning. You know, tell them that you're doing a happy dance and be honest about it. Be happy for them that they are making these changes in their life, and let them know and celebrate everything with them. If they have questions, you know, don't be like, well, that's, you know, obviously don't be like, that's stupid, but like, make sure that you are always encouraging. If they're like struggling, they said, hey, I didn't get my workout in today, you know, you don't need to be like, oh, that's okay, but you need to be like, hey, you know what, we all have bad days, let's get back on the bandwagon, let's do this together. And that brings me to point number 3, is that you need to be using the challenge group as your challenge group. You need the accountability just as much as them. And so you're not up there being a coach with a whistle looking down on the playing field going, okay guys, get your workout done. But use the challenge group as your workout accountability group. Your challengers will do what you do. So I know that we've got the assigned posts for some of our groups. You need to make sure too that every single day you're posting about your workout. Because your challengers, if they're not seeing that you're working out, then they won't necessarily see the importance of posting in the group, and they might fall off the bandwagon not realizing that you're working out and you're eating clean. So post those things. Be the best challenger you've ever had. And then the fourth thing is to make sure that you never take a day off from your challenge group. Like, that is just the cardinal sin. You know, to not show up for your group, to drop a group, or even to take a day off. I know I don't work on Sundays, but I check on the group in the morning and in the evening. And now if there are technical questions, I'm not going to go Google and do research and do that sort of thing. But if there's somebody who I see that is doing something and needs some help, I click like on pictures, because you know what? The last thing you want is somebody not posting, and then the day they decide to post, you're not there. They, again, have put their trust in you, and you need to be there for them. And so make sure that you don't take a day off, but be there and celebrating. Because I know, I mean, we have our groups of people, and so we are all liking and commenting and motivating and sharing and supporting. But if one of my challengers posts that they did something awesome and they're feeling really good, and everybody comments but me, do you think that they're going to have a little bit of a little less trust, a little less, they're going to notice that I didn't celebrate that. So the 4 things, number 1 is to keep the personal touch to the challenge group. Number 2 is to make sure that you are celebrating everything. Number 3, make sure you're using the challenge group as your own group, because they will do what you do. And number 4 is to make sure that you are always present for them when even if you're taking a day off. And I promise you that those things combined will not only help you to have a better challenge group, but you're going to have a better experience and a better relationship and a better friendship, and that's going to be a blessing in their lives as well as yours.